Good morning, my fellow Brits. Good afternoon, my not-so-fellow Aussies, Kiwis, and, everyone else. Howdy, folks. Hope you're doing well. There's a poll in the live stream chat. Get your votes in that. Let me know who you think's going to win. I'll go through my predictions shortly. I'll do a run-through of the team list now. They are up on screen at the moment, but I'll do a run-through shortly and one more before we get started. We've got about 15 minutes and some change until kick-off. Got a couple people here, 4 votes already for the Dolphins to win, 100% of the vote. So I'll do the run through now, go through my predictions, and if any of you guys have your own predictions, let me know in the live stream chat as well. Get your exact scores in there too. We'll see if there's any geniuses in the chat. Well, not here, unfortunately. Not on screen anyway. So, for the Dolphins, in the backs they have Tabuai-Fidow, Isako, Bostock, Farnworth, Cobbo, Nikorima, and Katoa. The forwards include Flegler, Plath, Molo, Lemuelu, Fidafayuaki, and Knowles. The bench is Schneider, Stone, Gilbert, Kaufusi, Marshall King, and Naufahu. Head coach is Christian Wolf. In the backs for the Bulldogs they have Tracy, Sewer, Cherry, Crichton, Tuala, O'Sullivan, in for Burton, and Galvin. The forwards include Hughes, Hayward, Thompson, Tupanua, Preston, and Salmon. The bench is Jones, Hayes, Curran, Hopoi, Rinakama, and Spinks. Head coach is Cameron Ciraldo. So currently 6 votes, 5 out of 6 for the Dolphins. One person has gone with the Bulldogs. And I'll go through my predictions. Let me get the notes up for this one. And I'll give you my prediction. Also, the predictions video is out, so if you just want to watch that and look at the predictions I've gone with, you can do. There's a link in the description to join an NRL Predictions League. Start getting a few more people in that, which is good. All you have to do is just sign up and pick your winners each week. That's all you got to do. That's it. Okay, then. So, to run through my prediction for this one. So, both have won just 1 in their last 5 games, with the Dolphins winning at the weekend. The Bulldogs have lost 3 in a row. The Dolphins are without Kurt Donahue, but have Fuller, Nikorima, and Marshall King all available, while the Bulldogs are without Turpin and Mann, but have Hayes and O'Sullivan coming in. Both sides have looked very poor this season, with very few redeeming qualities. At the very least for the Dolphins, they've had more competitive results recently, narrowly losing to the Panthers and the Warriors, while the Bulldogs haven't really competed in the last 3 weeks at all, losing by 18, 20, and 16 points. The Dolphins do quite well for meters and offload, so I trust them to be able to get up the field a little bit easier this week, but they do produce a lot of errors, which lets the Bulldogs come back into the game. With both sides being quite poor, this could come down to a few individual efforts, and the side with the stronger weapons, for me, are the Dolphins. With the likes of Tabuai-Fidow, who's one of the best for kick return meters, Farnworth, who leads the league in tackle breaks and offloads, Nikorima comes back in. He initially started on the bench, but starts this week, as does Marshall King, who would love to come on running off the back of offloads or quick play the balls from the pack this week. Bostock is also a major threat in the air on the right-hand side, plus his run meters and line break potential is huge and makes the Dolphins more dangerous. And finally, Fidafayuaki is second in the league for post-contact meters as well. For the Bulldogs, the only player that's looking decent for stats at the moment is Connor Tracy with his return meters and Viliami Kikau for offloads, but nobody is really in form for the Bulldogs at the moment. To me, I think the Dolphins look stronger up front, with more strike options around the squad too. The Bulldogs have the potential to turn up at any time, given the squad they've got and what they've done over the last couple of years. With Crichton, initially with Burton, but Preston as well as an option. But as a unit, they just aren't putting it together for 80 minutes. The Dolphins' defence used to be a concern for me, but they've only conceded 17.6 points per game in their last 3, which is solid. Their attack is still lacking a little bit, but they're against a defence that's letting in 32.6 points per game in their last 3. And off the bench, the Bulldogs only really have one guy that could change a game, and that was O'Sullivan. But now he's starting and Burton's unavailable. I don't know why that change has been made. I'll find out at some point. While the Dolphins at least had 3 or 4 solid impact players off the bench in both the forwards and the backs. But yeah. For a prediction, I'm going to go with the Dolphins to win 13+. Scoreline 32-16. Anytime try scorer, Jack Bostock. There you go. Good morning, Finn. Well, there you go, Scott. I was running through the predictions anyway. Well, good morning, Finn. You'd be very glad you didn't watch FC Toulouse last weekend. Yes, indeed, I was very happy with that. Very happy with that. I really thought FC, you know, I can't get them right. They're my bogey team this year. It was Salford in 24, it was Warrington in 25, and it's Hull in 26. There's always one. There's always one. Might be the worst game of rugby you've ever watched. Oh dear. Oh dear. A damning indictment. That's not good. We've got about 10 minutes till kick off. Might have played the balls in the 20. We'd scored 1. Even with Caesar and Arthur back in there, like that's sounds a bit disappointing, unfortunately. So I'm not too sure why Burton's been taken out. I'll give it a quick Google and see if there's any news on that. If anyone already knows why Matt Burton's not available for this one, please let me know. Oh, this might have it. Matt Burton has been ruled out due to an illness, and as a result, Sean O'Sullivan will start in the halves. See, I like Sean O'Sullivan. I would also have him at Warrington. Like, when I first saw him for the Panthers, when he had to fill in for Cleary and Luai when they were both together a few years back, and O'Sullivan was at the Panthers, I liked him. Like, he's a half-decent run game, solid kicking game as well, smart player, really calm under pressure. I thought I'd have him at Warrington. And then moved to the Dolphins. I thought he'd be starting at the Dolphins. I thought that would be the point, but no. It's bench warmer again. And then at the Bulldogs, bench warmer again. Like, I'm pretty sure O'Sullivan was already there before they got Galvin. I'd like to see O'Sullivan and Burton. Maybe they're a little bit too similar, both left-footed, usually play on the left-hand side. But I don't know. I think this combination could work. Well, sometimes when teams end up with something new, I look at it as lack of cohesion. You haven't got your strongest spine available, but at the same time, it could be O'Sullivan does something a little bit different, and it's a slight change for the Bulldogs that's much needed. So we'll see. I do like O'Sullivan anyway, and Galvin, he's getting there. He's getting there. What do you think of the current Man of Steel list? I can't remember it off the top of my head. Let me get this. Oh, I think this is from... Yeah, that's from last year. Oh yeah, they did actually post it on social media. Let me just go find it there. I remember Lucky Miller was first. I remember that at the very least. Here we go. Okay, so first place is Lucky Miller. I don't think I put him first. I can understand top 5, but I don't think I put him first. Jez Litton in second. Again, I'm okay with top 5, but I feel like second's too high for him at the minute. Tyrone Main third I can get on board with. Joint top for assists, I can get on board with that. Brodie Croft in fourth. One of the top try scorers this year. I think he's got a good handful of assists too. I can understand top 5. Darryl Clark fifth. I don't know if I can get on board with Clark in fifth. Tristan Saylor should be in that top 5 for me. I'm trying to think if there's any Warrington players. I don't know. Danny Walker at a push. I'm not 100% sure though. But the one that I am sure about is that Tristan Saylor should be in there. And I'm not sure if Lucky Miller's number 1. If I'm honest. But I'm not mad about it. It's not a bad list. I just don't quite agree with it entirely. It's okay. You'd have Saylor fair dues. We're on the same wavelength. We're in sync. If you guys have any predictions, let me know as well. We've got about 5 minutes or so until kickoff. Looking at the poll as well, 24 votes, 88% have the Dolphins to win. Missing Bradford. I don't know if you're being serious or not. I thought you were talking about your own team for a second then. Which makes it worse. Didn't think you were talking about the top 5. I thought you were talking about your own team. Watched the Dolphins a few times this season, but Farnworth is unplayable. There's been a couple of games where he's not been able to have much of an impact because the forwards get bullied or they're just giving him an early ball, the defensive line's set, and it's like, what do you want him to do with that? There was a video I saw. I've been seeing a lot of clips actually of Blake Austin doing some analysis here and there. He's on a podcast. And he was talking about the Bulldogs, and there was this great bit of insight that he gave onto how they're playing at the moment. And I'll just sort of reiterate what he said. So basically, what he was saying was that you might get, say, a 3-on-3, for example, down the left-hand side. They get the ball to the halfback. The halfback's got a bit of leverage on the opposite halfback, who's the 3-in defender. A little bit of leverage. But what they're not doing is attacking the line to keep that halfback locked in place. But they're getting the early ball to the centre, thinking, we'll get the ball to Cherry or to Crichton, and then they can do something with the 2-on-2, maybe trying to get some leverage on their opposite centre. But they're giving the early ball, and it's allowing the halfback to get across and basically cover the space. But normally what they could do is engage the line a little bit, maybe step off the left foot back inside, and attack the inside space. Maybe draw in the centre as well, get a ball out the back to the centre for a quick tip onto the winger. But what he's noticing the Bulldogs doing is essentially it's looking like a 3-on-3. There's a bit of space between the defence and the attack. And because the halfback's giving the early ball to the centre, the opposite halfback has time to get across. So that's something I think I'll probably notice and pay attention to this week is the halfback going at the line, trying to lock in the 3-in defender. So I'll pay some attention to that this week. But I love getting bits of insight like that. It's really, really fun. It makes things cooler for me because then I can spot more during a game. There's little things that I've learned here and there. I can't always recall them. I just sort of see it more than be able to say it. But that's little bits like that are really important to get stuck up here. Wigan, Latik. Morning. Score prediction, 32-16 Dolphins. Dolphins 13 plus. Bostock anytime. That's what I went with. Thoughts on Cam Scott getting punished while on his hospital bed? I don't exactly know what the charge is. A succulent Chinese meal. I haven't really looked into that. What shenanigans did he get? Did he make high contact? Like it wasn't just on him, it was him that sort of hit high as well. And that's why he's been punished. Got a grade C when he was knocked out. So he was also at fault for high contact as well, for head on head. Oh, okay. It's fine then. It makes sense. If he's needed to be punished for something that he's done wrong as well, then it's still fine. Seems a bit weird, but it's fine. If he's done something wrong, he should be punished for it. Okay, we got 36 votes, 89% of the Dolphins are going to win. The Dolphins are the final team to come out, and I'll do one final run-through of the team lists. So, in the backs, the Dolphins have Tabai Fidel, Isako, Bostock, Farnworth, Cobo, Nikarima, and Katoa. The forwards include Flegler, Plath, Molo, Lemuelu, Fidafayuaki, and Knowles. The bench includes Schneider, Stone, Gilbert, Kaufusi, Marshall King, and now Fahu. Head coach is Christian Wolf. In the backs for the Bulldogs, they have Tracy, Sewer, Cherry, Crichton, Tuala, O'Sullivan, and Galvin. The forwards include Hughes, Hayward, Thompson, Tupanua, Preston and Salmon. The bench is Jones, Hayes, Curran, Hapoi, Renikama and Spinks. Head coach is Cameron Serraldo. Big Morgan Knowles, indeed. He's done alright, Knowles. He's done alright. It's been... I think he's still got a bit to learn over there. He gets stuck in. Like, that's just Morgan Knowles. He gets stuck in. He'll happily do 60 tackles a game if you ask him to. I don't know. I want to see his hands on the ball a bit more. Those balls out the back. Making those decisions by himself. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are underway. The Bulldogs will kick towards the back left for the Dolphins. This is collected on the try line from Jermaine Asako. Hands it off to Francis Moeller for the first carry, who takes it over the 10. Let's end this poll as well. 42 votes, 88%, so the Dolphins are going to win. Next carry from Kulakefu Finifewaki. Done really well for post-contact meters this year. Yeah, it's always fun to see Finn. Hopefully he does well again today. There's Plathwaite to dummy half, played by Flegler. Next carry down the left-hand side with Lemuelu. So a little bit of rain there. I can't quite tell at the moment. I think it's okay. There was a quick play of the ball for Plath, but he's has to go back and Lemuelu has to replay it again. That's going to be Morgan Knowles with the next carry, taken to ground on the Dolphins' own 30. Last tackle coming up for the Dolphins. Plath goes right to Katoa. Kicks from his own 30. Straight into the hands of Connor Tracy, who's done the best out of anybody for kick return meters this year. Tabai Fidau is second, but he returns it up towards the 40. So they've already given the Bulldogs the ball in good territory. So they'll be inside the Dolphins half pretty early on in this set. And it's going to be Tupanua who takes it inside the Dolphins territory. And he's pushed back a couple of meters though. 3 tackles to go in this set for the Bulldogs. Hayward, now with Hughes. Inside Dolphins half once again. 1 minute and 25 seconds gone so far. Hayward down the right edge. Now back towards the middle to Salmon. Left to Thompson. Offloads the ball on the 40. Galvin left to Cherry. Bit of room down the left-hand side. Steps back inside. Steps inside again over the 30. And the ball comes loose. 25 metres out. Chance to apply a bit of pressure there, but mistake from Bronson Cherry. It's been called a knock-on. Does he want to challenge it nice and early? He does want to challenge it. Can you guys hear that? I hope you can't, but there's a good chance you can. I don't know what that is. Let's have a look. Was there a strip? Oh. Knowles gets his hands on the ball. You can't hear anything. Oh, that's all right, because that's quite annoying outside. I think it's a lawnmower. Right, well, penalty for the Bulldogs anyway. They do tap and go. Good lads. Thompson with the first carry. Oh, I've put another bet on this week. The Rabbitohs didn't cost me. It cost me a tenner. I could have won 520 quid. But I put another one on for about the same. So I need the Dolphins to win by at least 8 points. Hayward down the right-hand side with Tracy. Steps back inside a couple times. Just inside the 10 with plenty of tackles to go. It is only the second, just right the sticks. Hayward now in centre field with O'Sullivan out the back to Galvin. Wrapped up by Bostock. He gets an upload to Preston down the left-hand side. Interesting. Preston down the left. Is it kick out down the right? Oh, no, it's Tupanua. Tupanua down the right. My bad. Galvin and... incorrect play of the ball from the Bulldogs. Need to look at this one again. Oh, okay. Fair enough. So Jack Bostock had a foot in the ruck, but it's only because Hayward pushed Bostock over, so his foot was kind of landed there. 3 minutes gone in this game so far. Penalty given away from either side. But it's going to be classed as... Is it classed as a knock-on then, actually? Okay. Scrum for the Dolphins on their own 10. And it's going to be Cobbo with the first carry of this set. It's going to be Farnworth with the next one over the 20. Through centre field, pumping his legs, 25 out from his own try line. Slowing down the rookie of the Bulldogs, but Plath goes right to Isako. He's done well for points this season. 3.5 minutes gone, 3 tackles to go. Well, they've definitely beaten where they were in the last set. Knowles with the next carry. Through the middle, gets a great offload for Plath actually. And he carries it up towards the halfway line. 2 tackles to go as well, so they're inside Bulldogs territory. Good set so far from the Dolphins. Left to Katoa. Nikarima out the back. Putting him under pressure there with Crichton shooting out the line. Last tackle coming up. Plath, 40 metres out. Right to Katoa on the last. Kicks towards the back left. 15 out. Cobo goes up. Bobbles it. Collects it. Offloads it backwards to Lemuelu. Back towards middle to Nikarima. Drills the ball through. Comes with a Bulldogs player but wasn't played at. Collected by Seward. And he returns it over the 20 up towards the 30. Only issue I've had with Katoa in recent weeks is kicks like that. He's going for placement rather than distance. But they're coming down 15, 20 metres out. They've got to be placed in the corners. So with another carry in this set up towards the halfway line. 4.5 minutes gone. Thompson with the next carry. 45 metres out from the try line. 2 tackles to go for the Bulldogs. Salmon in centre field. Had an option out the back but straightens up towards the 30. Last tackle for the Bulldogs just down the right edge. They go short side right to Galvin. Chips towards the back right corner. Tabai fit out underneath this one. Goes up. I think it's knocked on from the Bulldogs. Collected by Hughes. He puts it down. This will be checked. I think the Bulldogs knocked it on first, but we're going to have a gander. We will have a look. Okay, they're saying Hayward was offside, but I don't think he gets involved at all. But let's have a look. So it's Tuala goes up in the air. This camera's not great. I think that came off Tuala's hand first. Okay. So it's Tuala that touches it onto Tuala, so that's going to be knock on Bulldogs, Dolphins ball. Just over 5 minutes gone. Okay then. Dolphins ball on their own 10. And it's going to be Selwyn Cobbo with the first carry of this set. So just over 5 minutes gone. 15 out from their own try line. Next carry from Jack Bostock. Over the 20. Pumping his legs. Dragging a few defenders. Go on, Jack. Good to see him getting some game time again. Isako with the next carry over the 30. Just right of centre field. 3 tackles to go for the Dolphins. 5.5 minutes gone. Flegler with the next carry through centre field. Up towards the 40. 2 tackles to go. Can they get inside the Bulldogs half? The ball comes loose. Thomas. Incorrect play of the ball, or knock on, I should say. 6 minutes gone. They gift more possession back to the Bulldogs. What are you doing? So it's going to be a scrum for the Bulldogs on the Dolphins 40. In centre field, they go left to Cherry. Trying to get around Bostock. He gets him wrapped up. Good tackle there. Takes him to ground just less than 40 metres out. Back towards the middle to Sean O'Sullivan. He hands it across to Hughes with a flat ball. He can do absolutely nothing with that, and he's stopped on the 40. Is Cherry in a bad way at the minute? His right arm or something looks a bit uncomfortable with that, but we've had 6.5 minutes gone. 3 tackles to go. Short side left for O'Sullivan. Flat ball to Preston down the left edge up towards the 20. 2 tackles to go. Still down the left-hand side. Now back towards the middle with O'Sullivan. Flat ball across to Thompson. 15 metres out. Just shy of the 10. Last tackle coming up. 7 minutes gone so far in this game. Right to Galvin on the last. Kicks through. Tupanua's there, but comes off the foot of a Dolphins player. And they're saying knock on Dolphins. Does Lemuelu want to challenge? I don't think it's worth a challenge on this one. This will be a Bulldogs ball inside the 10. Just look at this again. So Galvin kicks through. Lemuelu dives on it. Okay. I kind of see a knock on there. It's a scrum for the Bulldogs. It is, isn't it? It's really pedestrian and clunky, yeah. Great way to describe it. Scrum for them on the 10 down the right-hand side. Back towards Milton O'Sullivan. Out the back to Galvin. Then to Tracy. Stopped on the 10 with Isako Fidifewaki. Just left of the sticks. 8 minutes gone. Back towards Mill to Galvin. Right to Thompson. Gets an offload for O'Sullivan. Wants to switch back to Crichton. Yeah, they look really pedestrian clunky. That is a perfect description at the moment. Galvin in centre field. Flat ball to Salmon. Nearly breaks through. Dives over the line. Just enough power on that carry there. As we are criticising their attack. That's great timing. But between the sticks, this will be 6-0 shortly. They've had plenty of territory down this end of the park. They have, yes, look pedestrian and clunky, but they come up with something and this will be 6-0. You are right, though. Like, I don't think it's a harsh thing to say, even though the timing on that is not great. But that's a try for the Bulldogs. So the opening set from the Dolphins, the kick from their own 30, which means the Bulldogs can start a set from the 40. They then... Did they give away a penalty before? Or was it a 6 again? They at least lost the ball earlier, so they gifted some territory away. But they got to be careful here. Got to be careful. This is how it was for the Dolphins against the Storm last week, is they just gifted so much territory away. Luckily, they defended well. They only conceded 10 points against the Storm, but they just gave away the ball so much. And the kick is good, 6-0 for the Bulldogs. They can have success going direct through the middle versus the Dolphins. I think their forwards are vulnerable. Yeah, there's something with the Dolphins forwards that they just give away too many mistakes. It's what I said in the predictions video, is like, they're up there for errors. They make good meters, they get a lot of offloads, but they make a lot of mistakes as well. 9.5 minutes gone. You just can't keep gifting the ball away. Plus, that doesn't help my bets, Dolphins. Got to turn it on, boys. Thank you. So let's see what they've got at this point. Back underway, the Dolphins kick towards the back left for the Bulldogs. This will be collected in goal from Lachlan Galvin. Hands it off to Thompson. And he carries it up towards the 10. Near the right touchline. Let's see if the Dolphins can keep him pinned back, or at least be disciplined on this set. I'm imagining Flegler giving away something stupid in a second. So just over the 10. Next carry from Hayward. Marker was offside. Guess who the marker was? It was Flegler. Just over 10 minutes gone. Dylan, I'm watching on Watch NRL. So, I don't really know. I used to watch, or I used to recommend, sorry, VIPROW.NU. 10.5 minutes gone. Bulldogs with a fresh set on halfway. It's going to be Hughes with the next carry. That's an awkward tackle there, but a tackle nonetheless from Francis Molo. Back towards Mill to Salmon, left to O'Sullivan, then to Preston, and a 6 again with an easy line break. One to beat is Tabai Fidel. Nearly gets an offload, 15 metres out. In centre field, 11 minutes gone, quick play the ball. Hayward, left to Galvin, steps back towards the right-hand side. He's still stepping a bunch at the moment, but he's stopped on the 10. 11 minutes gone, second tackle for the Bulldogs. Left to Hughes. Pumping his legs. He's going to be stopped 2 or 3 metres out left of the sticks. 3 tackles to go. Hayward, right to Galvin, right to O'Sullivan, then to Tupanua. Back inside the 10. 3 or 4 metres out. 2 tackles to go. Right at the post. Hayward, left to Galvin, in between the sticks. Then to O'Sullivan out the back. Then to Cherry. Trying to get around Bostock. Tries to get an offload. I think that's knocked on from the Dolphins. It's a penalty for inside 10. Okay. VIPROW.NU. May need a VPN. So nearly 12 minutes gone. Penalty for the Bulldogs. They could go for 2 here, make it an 8-point game. Well, that's an easy break for Jacob Preston there. Good job, Tabai Fidel was actually there. So fresh set of 6 again for the Bulldogs. Inside the 10. Between the sticks with Thompson. 6 metres out. Hayward. Awkward balls it. Right, that's a knock on there from Hughes. Complaint here at the minute for the Bulldogs. Yes, they are winning. They're doing better for territory. But their balls to the passes. I'll just go with passes. That's a better word. The passes to the props are garbage. They're giving them absolutely nothing to work with. Nothing to run onto. They're giving them late balls when the defensive line is already up. They're giving them absolutely nothing. And that's a mistake there on the 10. So can the Dolphins finally get up the field? It is right to Asako. They're just got to be cleaner. It's just guys like Flegler, like the strong ball carriers, but they come up with stupid mistakes. But there is a penalty for the Dolphins. That is huge for them to get up the park. 13 minutes gone. So they can get up the field. Can they apply a bit of pressure, though, inside the red zone? That's what we need to see from them. So Katoa will kick to touch from his own 20 in a second. So from the 20, he kicks to touch, and the Dolphins start a brand new set from their own 40. So they should be able to get inside the Bulldogs' half here. Let's see how high they get up. So Finifuaki with the first carry. Dragging a few defenders up towards the halfway line. He's pushed back a metre or two. 13 and a half minutes gone. Plays of a Plath near the right touchline. Back towards middle to Katoa. Then with Flegler. And they've lost a bit of ground with him. Back towards a 40. Jesus. Plath. Still down the right edge. Back towards the middle now with Morgan Knowles. Up towards the halfway line. So back inside Bulldogs territory with 3 tackles to go. Shifting it left. It is now with Farnworth. Bit of space on the left-hand side. Couldn't quite find a flick on. Near the left touchline with Lemuelu. Back towards the middle to Nikarima. Goes at the line himself. Couple steps. Good to see him back in the game. The game though. Good to see him back. Nippy ball runner. Right to Katoa. 30 out. Chips to just right at the post. Coming down on the 10. Bostock goes up. Looking for an offload. It's going to be a penalty for the Bulldogs. Jesus Christ. What for? What for? That is the question. Oh, is he offside? In front of... Yeah, in front of kicker. Just about. Yeah, damn. So the Bulldogs now kick to touch, and they'll start a set from their own 40. Sewer handed off to Cherry, who taps and takes a carry up towards the halfway line, where he's stopped just before it and pushed back by a metre or two. 15 minutes gone in this game. Hayward, now with Thompson, smashed into by Flegler. Knowles is there, so is Molo. Just shy of halfway, Galvin hands it off to Hughes. He then takes it up towards the halfway line. 3 tackles to go for the Bulldogs. It's played for Hayward, just left of centre field. Right to Galvin. Now with Tracy, 2-on-1 down the right-hand side, but Crichton straightens up there over the 40, near the 30. Down the right edge, 2 tackles to go. Hayward, then to Panua. That's an awkward tackle. Jesus, is that Flegler again? Jesus Christ. What a liability, man. I used to really enjoy watching him for the Broncos a couple of years back. But he's been nothing but a liability. Oh my God, he throws a shoulder in there. Wouldn't be surprised if that's 10. Bulldogs will go for 2. Thomas bloody Flegler, mate. Can be such a strong ball carrier, but can be such an idiot at times as well. So yeah, that lawnmower is still going on. So they will go for 2 here. So it's just over 20 metres out. Down the right edge. Crichton to add the 2 points here. Is that Molo or is it Tabai Fidel? They got roughly the same hairstyle from a distance. I think it's Molo. Getting a bit of treatment in a minute. 17 minutes gone. Make it 8-0. Stephen Crichton steps up and the kick is good. It is going to be 8-0 for the Bulldogs. Right. Anytime you want to show up Dolphins, that's completely fine. Helps my bet out as well. Helps my predictions too. That'd be great. I know they've been better in recent weeks, the Dolphins, and the Bulldogs, they've just been pretty much garbage this year anyway. Aside from maybe 2 or 3 games. The Dolphins can be so frustrating to watch, honestly. And a reminder, I will be streaming the Cowboys vs Eels tomorrow as well. And then I'll be doing the Seagulls Broncos. So they're my 3 games for this weekend for the NRL. And then I'm streaming both Challenge Cup semi-finals, which are Saints vs Wigan and Warrington vs Hull KR. That's out on the full from kickoff. The penalty count's 5-1. Are you taking the piss? Jesus Christ. Worst possible thing you could do after conceding points. Oh my God. It's 6-1 in terms of penalties. Okay. Excellent. Jesus Christ. There's been penalties in the 10th, 12th, 15th, 16th and 18th from the Bulldogs. So, the Bulldogs get a fresh set 25 metres out. It's with Hayward, now with Hughes. Up towards the 20. This is a poor start from the Dolphins. Back towards the middle to Galvin. Hands it off to Thompson. Up towards the 20. Just right of centre field. Pumping his legs now 15 metres out. Just right at the post. Hayward. Short side right to Tracy. Flat ball to Tupanua, who drops the ball. Bit of relief there for the Dolphins early on in this set. So the Dolphins will have possession. Imagine the Panthers versus Dolphins performance. 100 points would be on the cards. Well, they played a couple of weeks back. The Panthers only beat them by a point. But against this Dolphins performance, yeah, the Panthers would absolutely destroy them. How they managed to beat the Storm last week, I don't know as well. Because they were poor to start. We're nearly done with the first quarter, by the way. It's going to be a scrum for the Dolphins on their own 10. Now, do you want to get up the field now, boys? It's going to be a Sarko with the first carry. Through centre field. Plays with a Plath. Now with Cobbo. Straightens up with a strong carry over the 20. Now 25 out from his own line. Good meters there from Selwyn Cobbo. Quick play the ball as well. Plath left to Farnworth. Looking for space behind the ruck. Just shy of the 30. 3 tackles to go. And a 6 again for the Dolphins. Molo with a carry. Over the 40. Folks, we are done with the first quarter of this game. And there's been no play the balls inside the red zone for the Dolphins already. Knowles up towards halfway. Inside Bulldogs territory. This is their 5th play the ball inside their half. Plath in centre field. Left to Katoa. Flat ball to Lemuelu on his outside. And up towards the 40. 3 tackles to go as well, though. Down the left edge, now back towards Milton Knowles. Out the back to Katoa. Then to Bostock. 2 versus 1. Space for Asako down the right-hand side. Needs to cut back inside. Tries to go towards the touchline. Jermaine Asako. What a beauty. They answer back. They get a bit of relief down the other end. They get a 6 again. They get up the field. Asako backs himself. What a guy. Makes up for the out on the full kickoff from before. It's going to be 8-4. Great bit of movement down the right-hand side. Just so much space to work with. There was a couple Bulldogs players cutting across. I think there was like 3 defenders. Look at that. Great ball out the back from Katoa. Bostock with a 2-on-1 with his teammate Asako. A little loosey-goosey around Tracy. Couldn't quite make the tackle. Neither could Hayward. Grounds it beautifully. That's a great try from the Dolphins, actually. Still no play the ball inside the red zone, but still. Fair play. He could have always kicked that towards the sticks, but he backed himself and he made it happen. He made it happen. That's going to be 8-4. Well done, Asako. Way to make up for the mistake. Way to make up for it. And he's going to be the one to try and add the extras too. Well, there we go. So that's what the Dolphins can do. It's time for Asako to add the extras as well, make it a 2-point ball game. With just over 18 minutes to go in the first half. Great ball from Katoa out the back. Because there was a defender, I'm not sure who it was then, that jammed into Tabai Fidel. Let's have a look, who was it? It was Cherry that jammed into Tabai Fidel. Bostock out the back. Those are always kind of awkward when you think somebody else is going to get it. He steps up and the kick is it swinging a bit too much? Yeah, just a little bit too much. 18 minutes to go in the first half. It's going to be 8-4 for the Bulldogs. Just hooked it a bit too much. So it was Knowles out the back to Katoa. Great ball across to Bostock. Room for Asako. Backs himself. Good stuff there from Jermaine Asako. So it is 8-4. 18 minutes to go in the first half. Bulldogs will get us back underway in a second. With Crichton with the kickoff. And we are back underway. Kicks towards the back left. So we collected in goal from Asako. Hands it off to Francis Molo. And carries it up towards the 10 with a strong hit. Plays for Plath down the right hand side. Fidifoyaki with the next carry. Just shy of the 20. He's going to get dragged back by 3 or 4 metres. Maybe a bit more. Just over his own 10. Plath. Now with Flegler. Up towards the 20. 17.5 minutes to go. Plays for Plath. Left to Lemuelu. Up towards the 30. Dragging Galvin there. A couple of metres up the field. 2 tackles to go. Plath. Shifts it right to Katoa. A little bit awkward there. Hands it off to Tabai Fidel. He'll just have to straighten up towards a 40. That's not a great end to the set there from the Dolphins. We've got 70 people here. That shot up quick. Howdy, folks. Hope you're well. Katoa will kick from behind his own 40 on the last. Collected 15 out from Connor Tracy. Launched it across to Inari Tuala. And he'll straighten up just shy of his own 30. 17 minutes to go in the first half. Plays for Tracy. Now with Sewer. Straightens up with the carry. Up towards his own 40. It's not a bad place to start the set for the Bulldogs here. They could get up the field now. O'Sullivan, left to Cherry. Pumping his legs, but he's about 5 short of the halfway line. Plays for Hayward. Now with Galvin. He takes the carry on the 3rd. Over halfway. 2 tackles to go. 16.5 minutes left in the first half. Left to O'Sullivan. Chips towards the back left. And this will be collected in goal from Tabai Fidel. That's a great kick and a great chase. Tabai Fidel plays this 2 metres out in front of his own line. That's really well done from O'Sullivan. Bostock now with Asako. Carries it. About 5 out from his own line. Long way for the Dolphins to go now. Bulldogs need to be clean in defence here. Katoa, now Bostock. With the next carry up towards a 10. 16 minutes to go in the first half. 3 tackles left and they're still on their own 10. Flegler with a carry up towards the 20. So getting out of trouble there. 2 to go. Plath left to Gilbert, who's finally on the field. On the 4th tackle, last one coming up. He comes on for Molo, by the way. And Plath on the 30 goes right to Isaiah Katoa. Puts boot to ball. This will be collected on the 20 from Tracy. And he'll return this over the 30. Back towards middle, up towards the 40. 15.5 minutes to go in the first half. O'Sullivan, now with Sewer. Just shy of halfway. 2nd tackle for the Bulldogs, just left of centre field. Now with Tuala. Over halfway inside Dolphins territory once again. Plays it for Hayward. In centre field. Right to Thompson. Over the 40. Now 35 metres out. 2 tackles to go for the Bulldogs. Hayward. Now Salmon in centre field. Goes left to O'Sullivan. Flat ball on his outside to Preston, who got an easy line break earlier in this game, but gets a great offload to Salmon. He stopped just over 20 metres out. Last tackle for the Bulldogs. Right hand side with O'Sullivan. Flat ball to Tupanua, nearly breaks through the line. Wants an offload, gets one, launched over the top. Crichton in the corner. How on earth did they make that work then? That is actually a great try for the Bulldogs. How did they make that work? O'Sullivan with the flat ball to Tupanua. Gets an offload. And then just a Hail Mary over the top. So Tupanua offloads it to Tracy, launched it over his head, didn't even know where it was going, or if anyone was really there. Just launches it, Crichton in the corner. I still think the attack is still a little bit clunky, in my opinion. I think it's still a bit clunky from the Bulldogs. Maybe less clunky than it was before, but it's... Yeah, they're still not that free-flowing, unfortunately. So Crichton to make it a 10-point game. Bloody hell, Dolphins. That's a great kick from O'Sullivan before. Like the chip towards the back left. Tabai Fidel collects it in goal. There's a great chase from the three left edge defenders. And for 3 tackles to keep him pinned inside the 10. They finish the set on the 30. Katoa doesn't really have a decent boot, to be honest. Like, he doesn't get much distance on his kicks. And then the Bulldogs get up the field. Crichton next to the touchline to make it 14 points to 4. Steps up and the kick is... That'll hit the post. It's no good. 12-4. It will stay. See, this is why I don't bet sometimes, because it makes it more disappointing when the team I bet on isn't doing well. I do think the Dolphins can come back into it, but we will see. So, back underway. Kick towards the back left. Hands it off to Thompson. And he'll take the first carry up towards a 20 already. 13 minutes to go in the first half. Hayward down the right-hand side. Hands it off to Tuala. 25 metres out from his own try line. Second tackle. Wants a quick play of the ball here, Hayward. Goes left to Hayes. And a 6 again. Next carry from Preston, just shy of halfway. Second tackle. Now with Tracy over halfway, right to Tupanua. Bumps Nikarima onto his backside, but gets a hold of his ankle. Up towards the Dolphins' 40. 3 tackles to go, 12.5 left. Salmon, left to Hayes. Over the 30. So Hayes is on for Hughes. And his left to O'Sullivan. Flat ball to Preston, over the 20. 15 metres out, last tackle for the Bulldogs. So after scoring a try, they made 58 metres, already inside the red zone again. Kick through, collected by Tabai Fidel inside the in-goal area, and he's tackled. Jesus Christ. Bulldogs are just smothering the Dolphins at the minute. Dolphins need to start restricting metres. They've got to actually start spreading the ball inside their own half and getting up the park, but they've got to do it cleanly. The kicks from Katoa need to be better. Needs more distance on them, first of all. I don't think he's putting his boot into the ball, really. So, there's going to be a dropout. They'll go long on this one. So, come down on the 40. Only real relief the Dolphins have had is mistakes from the Bulldogs. And you can't guarantee that. There's going to be Jones with a carry up towards the 30. 11.5 minutes to go. So, now with Galvin. Then to Hayes. Just right of centre field up towards the 20. Stone is also on for Flegler. In centre field, with O'Sullivan out the back to Galvin. Launched it over the top to Seward. A little bit of leverage on Osako. Steps back inside. Bit of a shimmy on the 10. Near the left touchline. Eventually brought down 6 metres out. 11 minutes to go in this first half. 3 tackles left. Back towards the middle to Galvin. Then to Salmon. Across to O'Sullivan. Now Tracy steps back inside. A little bit sluggish down the right-hand side. Jones is on for Thompson, by the way. Back towards the middle with Galvin. Flat ball to Salmon. Those passes have been very dangerous, but I think that's forwards. That is called forwards there from Galvin. This will be a scrum for the Dolphins on the 10. Jeremy Marshall-King's about to come on with 10.5 minutes to go in the first half. He could be huge, actually. If they can get quick play of the balls, this will be huge for the Dolphins. I've liked some of what Platt's done this year, but I've not seen that much threat from dummy half from him so far. But Marshall King is going to be raring to go. So scrum on the 10 for the Dolphins. Cobbo with the first carry down the left-hand side. 4 defenders in the tackle. And there's 10 minutes to go in the first half. Farnworth with the next carry. Gets an offload for Tabai Fidel. Finds a break. penalty for obstruction. So Farnworth got a great offload. Tabuai used Plath as an obstruction. Oh my god. 9.5 minutes to go in the first half. Jeremy Marshall-King is now on the field. Galvin goes right to Hayes. Taken to ground inside the 10 from Plath and Lemuelu. Second tackle, right at the post. Hayward. Left to Salmon. Left to O'Sullivan, then Galvin. Tips the ball on. Isako's chasing Sewer for the ball. Isako collects it. He's got room to run. Support from Bostock. Hands it off to Bostock. Room to run. Tracy is chasing, and he's going to catch him. Bumps off Cherry. The Dolphins are 12 metres out. Hands it off to Farnworth. He has a guy behind him. Tackled on the 10. Great chance for the Dolphins here. Marshall-King launched it left. 15 out from Katoa. Left to Nikarima. Gives it to Stone. Then to Cobbo in the corner. That's a try for the Dolphins. Jesus Christ. This is coming off the back of mistakes from the Bulldogs. But they take the opportunity. Oh my God. Great try from the Dolphins. I thought Bostock was quicker than that, to be honest. I know Tracy's got a bit of legs to him. But ball out the back from Galvin. It's a fair shout to try and tip the ball backwards. But Isako beats Sewer to the ball. Hands it off to Bostock. I thought he'd be gone. But Tracy cuts across. He stops so Cherry can get to him. Tracy stops him 12 out. Gets up. Offloads it to Farnworth. He's tackled from behind from Hayward. Plays it quickly on the 10. Marshall-King launches it towards middle to Katoa. Quick ball across to Nikarima. Then to Stone playing at centre. 2-on-1 to Cobbo. Touched it down in the back left corner. 8 minutes to go. This will be 12-8 with a kick to come. That is huge for the Dolphins. That is huge. Ray Stone on his 100th appearance. Getting an assist. Look at him go. Jesus. 12-8 with a kick to come. Bloody hell, what a try that was. But well done, Stone, actually. He's not usually in that position, but to be calm and to just give the ball to Cobbo cleanly, to draw in the defender, I think that's really good stuff from Stone there in particular. Because he's, obviously, he'll be in positions in training, in drills, where it's just a simple +1, or just getting the ball out in a 2-on-1. They'll do that all the time, but in a game situation, near the touchline, where you have to get that right, from a guy that's normally come on as a prop forward, I think that's really good from him to get that right. So a chance to make it a 2-point ball game, which feels strange to say, considering the dominance it feels like the ball. Well, not dominance, but honestly, it may be dominance. Maybe. And it's wayward. So 7 minutes to go, it's a 4-point game. Howdy, Kieran. Hi all, stuck in work. Shout out to Hannah, my boss, for a pay... Hey! Oh, please. Oh, she hasn't given it then. Hannah, you can get a trumpet. Give Kieran a pay rise, please. Is she even listening? I don't think she is. If she is, then Hannah... Come on now. She is lit. Hannah, Kieran does some really great things for the community, and he spends a lot of his own time and his own money to help really disadvantaged children and elderly people, and that comes out of his own pocket. So I think a pay rise would not only be good for his productivity at work, but also it would be good for the community as well. Thank you, Hannah. Dolphins in possession on their own 20. 6.5 minutes to go. 3 tackles left. It's going to be Marshall-King scooting from dummy half, 25 metres out from his own try line. 2 tackles to go. Plath goes right to Tabuai. You're welcome, Kieran. It's all right. Right to Katoa on the last tackle. Kicks from behind his own 40. Decent distance on this one. Collected on the 10 from Tracy over the 20 up towards the 30. And it's going to be O'Sullivan. Hands it off to Tuala. 6 minutes to go in the first half. So both teams have scored 2 tries. 1 penalty from the Bulldogs plus a conversion as well. Just less than 6 to go. 3 tackles left. Short side right to Galvin. Takes it over halfway up towards the 40 inside Dolphins territory. 2 tackles to go. Quick play the ball for Hayward. Back towards the middle. Then it's with Salmon. Shifting it left to Preston. Up towards the Dolphins 30. Last tackle coming up for the Bulldogs. Finifoyaki's not in a good way at the minute. 60 metres gain on this set. That's a good set there. Chip towards the back left from O'Sullivan. Tabai out underneath it. Goes up. Nearly tackled in the air from Cherry. But wait till he lands. Preston's limping a little bit. First carry from Isako over the 10. Lands on his front. Nobody's at dummy half. Eventually, Katoa will scoot down the short side right over the 20. Whistle's blown, and that's a penalty for the Dolphins. That's huge for them. Dolphins have really struggled for territory in this half. They've really struggled, so that is huge for them. The Bulldogs have done a good job pinning them back. I think they've put in some more effective kicks towards the corners. Done well to restrict meters. And the kicks on the last have not been that effective from the Dolphins because they've been restricted. So the Bulldogs have been getting up the park. 7 penalties from the Bulldogs, or seven penalties for the Bulldogs, 2 for the Dolphins. That might have said 3 actually. So 4.5 minutes to go. Marshall King waits on the halfway line at dummy half. And a 6 again for ruck infringement. Gilbert with the first carry of this fresh set. 4.5 to go. Marshall King, right of centre field, back towards middle to Plath. Steps past 1, nearly finds a break. That could have been high. It is high, and that's a penalty for the Dolphins. So they could start a fresh set inside the red zone here. And they could equalise and maybe take the lead towards the back end of this half. Wasn't this the same against the Storm? Didn't they take the lead just towards the back end? They'll actually tap on the 40. And Stone will take the first carry, just shy of the 30, in centre field. So 4 minutes to go in the first half. Great chance for the Dolphins to equalise. Right to Plath, then to Katoa. Switches back to Finifoyuaki. Back over the 30. Another penalty. I think that was high. Oh, and it's kicking off. Hey, Gilbert and Preston. Having a go at each other. I like Preston, but I don't think you want to go at Gilbert there. He looks menacing. Is that a high shot from... What's actually wrong with it? Oh, is it... Oh, late tackle from Preston, right. I was looking at Finifoyuaki. There's nothing wrong on him then. It's not going to be a sin bin, is it? Or are they going to say consecutive penalties? Is this a sin bin? Okay, so for Preston, that's going to be...
It's going to be a yellow card. I can't speak. You ballless get, Campbell. You dickhead.
Okay, that's going to be a sin bin for Preston. I don't know if I fully agree with it, but it helps my bet at the very least. Okay, so... 4-point lead for the Bulldogs, but they are now a man down with 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. And there'll be 6.5 minutes in the second half without Preston as well. Marshall King left to Nicarima, then to Tabai Fidel, straightens up, cuts back inside up towards the 20. 3 minutes 15 to go, down the left-hand side, second tackle, plays it for Marshall King, back towards middle to Plath, who's playing at 13 at the moment, out the back to Katoa, then to Nicarima. Ball across to Bostock, room to run, across to Isako, just wayward, collects it before it goes in touch. And he's tackled 25 metres out. 3 minutes to go. So there's going to be a lot of scramble from the Bulldogs here. Nicarima back towards the middle to Katoa, then to Finifoyuaki. Nearly breaks through the line. Great carry on the 20. Left to Plath, then to Katoa. Quick hands to Tabai Fidel. Now Farnworth steps back inside, and again. And a 6 again. Wanted an offload, but it is 6 again for the Dolphins. Just over 10 out in centre field with Gilbert. He's 4 metres out in front of the left post. 2.5 minutes to go. Plays for Marshall King. Launched it right to Katoa. Then to Nicarima. 3 versus 1 here, basically. Bostock nearly breaks through. 3 or 4 metres out down the right-hand side. Nearly through there. Nearly through. Back towards middle to Katoa. Then to Plath. Straightens up. Back towards the 10. 2 tackles to go in centre field. Marshall King looks left, goes right to Katoa, out the back to Nicarima. Launched it across Isako with a try in the corner. Okay, didn't need to dolphin dive that much, Jermaine, but fair enough. That's going to be an equaliser for the Dolphins. Jesus. God, this first half has been... I think the Bulldogs have been the better side. They've done well to restrict meters. A couple penalties in the last 10-15 minutes have gifted territory to the Dolphins. But a minute and a half to go. The Dolphins could take the lead in a second. Tries confirmed. 12-all with a kick to come. That sin bin could be a massive game changer for this one. 1 minute 15 to go in the first half. Isako. Who did I back for any time try scorer? Did I say Jermaine Isako? I said Bostock. He's been close. He's been close twice. Great ball from Katoa, by the way. Or was that Nikarima? I just missed it. .40 seconds to go in the first half. So the Bulldogs are down a man. Jacob Preston is off. He'll have about 6.5 minutes when he comes back on in the second half. Swinging. Just swinging enough. Has he got the distance? Yes. The Dolphins, with 30 seconds to go in the first half, will take the lead. Jesus. And again, I've got the Dolphins in a bet. I've got 6 teams on handicaps, same as last week. They're almost won. I need the Rabbitohs -2. And they could have done it, but their defence was shocking. I've got the Dolphins -6, so I need them to get 6 points here and then just win from that point on. And that's secured. We'll see how it goes. So, 25 seconds to go. We're back underway. Collected towards the back left corner. Isako hands it off to Gilbert. And he'll play this 15 out from his own line. 15 seconds to go. Nothing silly here from the Dolphins unless they want to spread the ball around. Finifeuaki with the carry over the 20. 10 seconds to go in the first half. Marshall King. Are they having to go here? Katoa? Nikarima. Farnworth. Stopped on the 30. The hooter will be sounded, and that's going to be half time. 14-12 for the Dolphins. No, that is going to be half time. So I'll put up a fresh poll here. Can't believe it. Dolphins win 14-12 at half time. God, they managed to swindle this one. I agree. The Bulldogs have been the better side so far. They have been, again, pedestrian and clunky in attack at times. A couple line breaks. A lot of pressure inside the red zone. But defensively, the Dolphins have been able to just hold them out long enough. The territory has come off the back of mostly Bulldogs' mistakes, either knock-ons or penalties. Dolphins haven't really been able to earn the territory that much. But when they've been given the opportunity, they've been finding points. So, if they can actually get a leg up in the second half and earn their own territory, I think the Dolphins run away with it. I think Gilbert will have a solid impact. I think Marshall King will as well. Isaiah Yo on the desk as well. See, I want to talk. I don't just want to be silent, but I also want to listen to the analysis too. Now, the thing is, I could probably play the sound from the game, but I don't know if I'm going to get copyrighted. I don't know. I could play the sound, but I don't know if I'll be copyrighted. Do you know what? I'm going to Google it. Okay. Bear with me. Well, let's see. Short answer, no. You cannot play the game sound on your stream. You'll get copyrighted even without showing the video. The audio alone is protected broadcast content. Right, okay. There we go then. That's unfortunate. Unfortunate. So looking at the poll, 15 votes. 53% say the Dolphins, so I guess that's 8-7 in favour of the Dolphins, I'd guess. So again, if you'd like to join the NRL Predictions League, there's a link in the description. All you have to do is sign up, pick your winners each week. That's it. That's all you got to do. Okay. Just checking TikTok at the moment, see what comments I've got. If you want to follow me there, there's a link in the description too. Head on over there. There'll be a stream highlights video of this posted once the actual game highlights come out. Just checking comments real quick. And a reminder as well, I will be streaming the FIFA World Cup. I'll be doing live streams during that too. Because it opens the door for new sports, and I've been tempted to stream other sports. Which includes the NFL. I'm a Green Bay Packers fan, so I might do some Green Bay games. And Formula 1, maybe. Maybe. But I do normally go to a mate's house for that. Just depends what time it is. Okay, if you guys have any exact score predictions, let me know your thoughts. 21 votes, 62% say the Dolphins are going to win this one from this point on. But yeah, to reiterate what I said before, I don't think the Dolphins should be winning this one, based on how the game has gone so far. But they've taken the chances well enough, which is all they needed to do, really. That's all they got to do. Nearly done, folks. Nearly done. Just checking. Just checking a few more comments. Okay. Let's get us back underway. The problem is, teams need a break. That's the only annoying thing. Teams need a bloody break. Sometimes you just want to get back into the game, but you can't because you're having a bloody rest and stuff. God. Some people, eh? Some people. That bloody lawnmower is still going. That sounds like a helicopter now. I think it's a lawnmower anyway. But yeah, I hope everyone is doing swell today. It's been a fairly quiet chat in this one. Normally it's for NRL. 29 votes. 66% have the Dolphins to win from this point on. So again, the Bulldogs will be down a man for the first 6.5 minutes. So a chance for the Dolphins to possibly extend the lead. But early on, the Bulldogs had a lot of great territory. They got some early points too. Dolphins, not clean enough in possession, gave away some territory. They couldn't kick long enough. Bulldogs did well to restrict meters. Won the field position battle. Applied some pressure. They weren't that clean in possession though. But just a couple moments here and there, they made it work. But yeah, just a few moments that the Dolphins had, they come up with it. Come up with some tries. I really thought Bostock was gone. As soon as he got that ball, I really thought he was gone. I thought he was quicker than that. Well, some great tries from the Dolphins anyway. Really good stuff. There's still room for them to improve. I do think they should be making the top 8 as well. If they don't, either they've got to make a major change somewhere. I know obviously next year, well, George Williams was supposed to be going there next year, but there's half a chance he retires if he's not fit after his neck injury. He's going to get some surgery. He's out for the whole season, I think, for Warrington. There was talks about him possibly retiring. But we'll see with Williams in next year. If he starts over a career. I mean, you'd assume he would if they're going to bring somebody like Williams in. But yeah, if they don't make the top 8, there's got to be a change somewhere. So completion rate's actually been stronger for the Dolphins. It's just the penalties they're giving away is just ridiculous. Well, the Bulldogs have looked good. I think once they go back to 13, if they can be strong in defence, they go back to 13, there's a chance that they take the lead back again and win this one. But it's just how much can the Dolphins wear them down in the first 6.5 minutes? Can they find a try or two in the second half? That's the concern for the Bulldogs. But if they can see out the Dolphins for the first 6.5, not be worn down too much, there's potential to win this one for Canterbury. There's potential. Okay, so we've got a few minutes to go until we're back underway. Looking at the poll, 36 votes, 69% say the Dolphins will win from this point on. Let's have a look at some of the stats. Let's have a gander. So 52% possession for the Bulldogs. They've had 48 seconds. That's not 40, is it? Yes, that's 48 more seconds in possession. 85% completion from the Dolphins, 73 from the Bulldogs. Bulldogs with more runs, more meters, more post-contact meters, 3 line breaks each. 21 tackle breaks, the Bulldogs 9. Jesus, okay. Dolphins made 34.38 meters per set, but it's nearly 40 from the Bulldogs. More kick return meters from the Bulldogs 2. Quick play the ball speed. Average play the ball speed is quicker for the Dolphins. 3 offloads to 4 in favour of the Bulldogs. Tackle efficiency higher for the Dolphins. They've made more tackles and missed less. Ineffective tackles 6 each. 2 errors from the Dolphins, the Bulldogs 6. But the Dolphins have conceded 7 penalties, the Bulldogs 4. So, interesting. Any decent player stats already? So, Osaka with 2 tries, obviously, and 1 kick. Osaka with 127 run meters, 2 line breaks. Bostock with a line break assist and a try assist. Any other decent stats here? Tabai Fidel, 4 tackle breaks. Bostock and Farnworth both with 3. Finifoyaki with 3 as well. What are we at for errors? 1 from Flegler, 1 from Lemuelu. Okay, let's have a look at the Bulldogs. So a try so far from Crichton and Salmon. Let's have a look for meters. Leo Thompson with 93. 41 post-contact meters. That is solid. And 2 tackle breaks. So Thompson's having a solid game so far. Let's have a look. A couple offloads as well. Hayward with 5 missed tackles. Oh dear. Errors. Galvin with 2, Tuala with 1, Hughes, Hayward, Tupanua with 1 as well. So this was kind of what I said in the predictions as well, is it's kind of a case of both teams have been poor, so I think it comes down to individual efforts. I think the Dolphins have the greater individual weapons. How's Knowles gone so far? Actually, what time did he go off? Let me just check that real quick, because he definitely didn't play the full half. Let me just check real quick. Knowles is there. He's only played 30 minutes so far. He's just kind of been there, really. He's not done anything. He's just been there. So, let's look at his stats. He's given away a penalty and a ruck infringement. Meters. Well, in 4 runs, he's made 42 meters, so just over 10 meters a carry. 23 post-contact meters, which is actually the best for post-contact meters on the team. You could have fooled me. I think it's probably because he's only had 4 carries. I didn't think he'd done that much, but he's actually put in the most post-contact meters. Fair enough. There's me told. But he's had no tackle breaks. 2.6 second average play the ball speed. That is second best. Second best on the team for play the ball speed, so fair enough. Offloads, he's had 1. Tackles made 22, which is second best so far. No missed tackles, so I guess quiet game then. It's felt like a quiet game, but stats-wise done better than I thought. But it has felt really, really quiet from Knowles. Right, we'll get back underway in a second. 54 votes, 72% of the Dolphins will win from this point on, leading 14-12 at half-time. So they were 8-0 down. They made it 8-4. Then it went to 12-4. And now they're leading 14-12. Sarko will get us back underway in a second. I'll end this poll. And we are back underway for the second half. Dolphins kick to the Bulldogs, collected in centre field from Galvin on the 10. Hands it off to Jones, and he's smashed into 15 out from his own try line. So let's see what the Bulldogs can do. Can they do better for territory again in this half? We will see. And again, they are a man down for the next 6 minutes or so. Well, sorry, 5 minutes, 40 seconds actually. And it's going to be Hayes with the next one, over the 30, just left to centre field. Hayward, now with Salmon, up towards his own 40. 30 seconds gone already. It's now with Tracy on the 4th tackle, takes the carry through centre field. A few metres shy of halfway, last tackle now coming up for the Bulldogs. And they'll go right to Galvin, puts boot to ball, bit of inside pressure there from Stone. Underneath it is Cobbo, collects it on his own 20. And returns it through centre field up towards the 30. And that is 1 minute gone in the second half. Nikarima hands it off to Tabai Fidal, then to Isako. Pumping his legs over the 30. Shifting a few defenders towards the right edge of the park. Second tackle. It's now with Bostock with the next carry up towards the 40. 1 minute 15 gone in the second half. Slow play the ball there. Down the short side right. Tip on there from Tabai Fidal. Room for Isako over halfway. Up towards the Bulldogs 40. A good recovery though. Back towards the middle. Minute and a half gone. Katoa out the back to Nikarima. Steps past one. Break here for Lemuelu. Does he have support? Inside from Tabai Fidal. Gives it left to Cobbo. One to beat. Back inside. Jesus Christ. He's knocked on. If that went inside to Tabai Fidal, that's a try. What are you doing? Twice. Tabai Fidal is there. Twice. Two minutes gone. Break for Lemuelu. Tabai Fidal must have been screaming for that. Went left to Cobbo. Steps back inside. And he tries to offload it as he's falling. Scrum for the Bulldogs on the 10. Left to Stewart. 3.5 minutes to go on the sin bin. Oh my God. That should have been a try. That should have easily been a try for the Dolphins. 2.5 minutes gone. Jones with the next carry up towards the 30. 3 tackles to go in this set for the Bulldogs. Hayward, right to Hughes. Oh, that's Hayes, sorry. Over the 40. Gets a great offload for Hayward. Right to Tupanua. Straightens up with a carry over halfway. So good meters at the moment for the Bulldogs. This is what I'm worried about with the Dolphins. Is like, as soon as you get back to 13v13, the Bulldogs could bully them for territory again. So we'll see. 3 minutes gone in the second half. It is right to Galvin on the last. Kicks from 35 metres out. Tabai out underneath it on the 10. Goes up, takes it cleanly. And comes down with it on the 10. Plays it for Nikarima. Now with Cobbo. 15 out from their own try line. And a penalty for the Dolphins. Crusher tackle. Was that Jones that gave away the penalty? It is. So gifted a lot of territory away. Okay, 4 minutes gone. In the second half. Dolphins in possession, up towards the 40 with Lemuelu. How long's left on the sin bin, actually? Shouldn't be too long left. Marshall King, now with Gilbert. Over the 40 and a few metres shy of the halfway line. Still 4 tackles to go in this set. Plays it for Marshall King. He goes right to Plath. Drops it off to Stone. Just inside the Bulldogs' half, 45 metres out. 3 tackles to go. Down the left edge. Now right to Plath. Up towards the 40. 2 tackles to go. 4.5 minutes gone. Marshall King goes right to Katoa. Then to Tabai Fidau down the right-hand side. 3-on-2. Ball across to Asako. Steps back inside. Gets past 1. Asako could be in for a hat-trick. Jesus Christ. Well done, Jermaine Asako. I think on all 3 tries he scored, he's had hands all over him. And he still managed to break through. 5 minutes gone in the second half. That is going to be 18-12 for the Dolphins. Is that a hat-trick or am I just making that up? No, that is a hat-trick. Jesus, okay. Great try. They've still got the extra man. Must be in the final minute or something like that. But a little bit of space on the right-hand side. Good hands. Really clean, really smooth. That was nicely done from the Dolphins there. The Bulldogs have gifted away a lot of territory. But when the Dolphins have had to move the ball around, they've done it enough. Sorry, it's not 16-12, it's 18-12. My bad, my bad. Right then. So, Preston should be on very, very soon. 6 minutes gone in the second half. Great ball across from Tabai Fidau. Great ball. Bostock's been close to scoring each time now, like being in support, but he's not got it yet. And I did back him any time. Great ball from Tabai Fidau to Sarko. Tracy couldn't make the tackle. Right, Preston is now back on the field. I need this kick, really, for my bet. If the Dolphins get this kick... Did he get it? He got it. Okay, so... This is my handicap covered. I had -6 for the Dolphins. So from this point on, I need the Dolphins to win. They can draw. It can be 12-all from this point on. But that's fine. So, come on, Dolphins. I did also back them to win in the predictions video, so... We'll see how it goes. So just over 6 minutes gone in the second half. We're back underway. This will be collected on the 10 from the hat-trick hero, Isako, finds a break down the right-hand side already, up towards the 30. Jesus. He's a few metres away from the right touchline, and they're already 35 out in their own line. Tabai Fidel, now with Gilbert, not with Stone. Jesus. Great start there from Isako. Putting the Bulldogs on the back foot already. Plath with the next carry through centre field. Up towards the halfway line. 3 tackles to go as well. I did back the Dolphins 13 plus as well, actually. My exact score is on. Farnworth with the next one. They are inside Bulldogs territory. 33 minutes to go in this game. 2 tackles to go. Marshall King at dummy half. Left to Stone. He's 35 metres out in centre field. Last tackle, Marshall King. Right to Isaiah Katoa. Chips towards the back right. Sewer underneath it. Knocks it backwards. Collected by Tracy on the try line. Are they saying knock on? Oh, okay. I thought that would just straight went backwards, but I think this is going to be a fresh set for the Dolphins here. Oh, so Sewer knocks it basically forwards into his own head. So, yeah. Okay. There's a knock on either way. Scrum for the Dolphins near the right touchline, 10 metres out. Marshall King. Left to Katoa, out the back to Nikarima, under pressure from Galvin. Good defence there. They drag him back towards the 20. 8 minutes gone in the second half. 32 minutes left in this game. Inside the red zone, Marshall King left to Gilbert. Thank you, Mr. Gilbert. Up towards the 10. In centre field again with Marshall King. Right to Plath. Drops it off to Stone. Drags a few defenders. He's now 3 metres out in front of the right post. 3 tackles to go. Marshall King, right to Katoa. Across to Tabai Fidel. Not much room to work with. Steps back inside. Still stepping. Room to run. 6 metres out over on the right-hand side. 2 tackles to go. Marshall King, left to Plath. Then to Katoa. 3 on 3. Farnworth trying to get around Crichton. Offloads the ball. Nikarima bats it on to Cobbo. Steps back inside. Still going. On the 4th. He's about 12 metres out in centre field. Last tackle for the Dolphins. Good so far from the Bulldogs to keep him out. Plath, right to Katoa. Back inside to Farnworth. Needs an offload. Launched it over the top. And they're going to say he's tackled. They'll turn over the ball inside the 10. I like the idea that they've gone with there. The outside and in. But I think they should have just keep spreading the ball towards the edge there. Tuala with the first carry of this set for the Bulldogs, just over his own 10. Hayward, now with Jones. Stop just shy of the 20, push back a metre or 2. A few more than that, actually. Back to where they were. 30 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the first half. Or second half, sorry, in the game. It's going to be Sewer with the next carry. Just over the 20, plays for Hayward. Now with Galvin, who has to take the carry. 25 out from his own line. 2 tackles to go. Ray, good morning, mate. Hello all, sorry you're late. Saw your picks, let's go. Hope you've had a great week. It's been alright, fairly chilled. Break for the Bulldogs on the right-hand side. Crichton cuts back inside. Loses the ball. And they'll gift the ball away to the Dolphins. 30 minutes to go in this game. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. I've got the handicap covered at the moment with the Dolphins. But I've got them 1 to 12 in the predictions video. Oh, sorry, 13 plus in the predictions video. Boss stock anytime. But yeah, I'm doing alright. Doing alright. Fairly chilled week. I think with the invites, Rick, they're a bit early for me. I'm getting my beauty sleep during that time, typically, so not usually available then. Scrum for the Dolphins, 45 metres out. Farnworth with the first carry. Takes it back to roughly where the scrum was played. Just over 29 minutes to go in this game. 8-point lead for the Dolphins. And they have a fresh set inside the Bulldogs' territory. They are 40 metres out down the left edge of the park. Marshall King waits at dummy half. Second tackle. Marshall King goes right to Plath. Then to Katoa. Drops it off to Finifeoaki. Drags a few defenders over the 40. No worries, mate. It'll happen when it happens. Indeed. Indeed. In centre field. 35 out. Left to Plath. Then to Katoa. Quick hands to Nikarima. Goes at the line himself up towards a 30. 2 tackles to go. Farnworth right to Katoa. The cross to Plath. Then to Marshall King. little bit sluggish on this play here. Last tackle for the Dolphins. Just less than 30 out. Right to Katoa. Short side right. Chips it towards the back right corner. Bostock goes up. Sewer collects it cleanly on the 10. And he'll play this 5 or 6 out from his own try line. So a long way for the Bulldogs to go. Dolphins need to be clean in possession here. And the Bulldogs can't give away any silly mistakes. Cherry takes over the 10. That's where the T came from. I was going to say Cherry 10. Terry. What am I on about? 28 minutes to go in this game. Thompson with a strong barreling run over the 20 through centre field. 2 tackles to go. Dolphins have done well to restrict meters here on this set. Tracy with a carry on the 4th. Lands on his front over the 30. Quick play the ball for Hayward. Hands it off to O'Sullivan. Kicks towards the back left. Or collected 15 out from Tabai Fidel. Returns it over the 20 up towards the 30. Dolphins versus Bulldogs. Dolphins +6 Fidel any time. How's that looking? Well, for +6, they're covering +6 in a minute. And Tabai Fidel might get one. He should have had an easy walk in before. But there's a mistake from the Dolphins. On halfway from Farnworth. Do they want to challenge? They will challenge. It's possible with the hammer anytime. So yeah, challenge here from the Dolphins. If they lose this one, they gift the ball away on halfway and lose a challenge. Let's have a look. So Galvin gets a hand on the ball. Would they say that's a strip or a loose carry? Well, then Farnworth does regather it. I think that's fine. That's fine. That's challenge successful. Jesus, fair enough, Herbie. Fair enough. That's on the 40 as well, so they would have gifted some easy territory away. Or 45 metres out. Herbie, what are you doing, mate? Okay, 3rd tackle. Gilbert with a carry just over halfway inside Bulldogs territory. We are back underway eventually. 2 tackles to go. 27 minutes left in this game. Marshall King, right to Plath. And a 6 again for ruck infringement. Oh dear. Oh dear. Canterbury, right to Stone. Over the 40. Down the right edge of the park. He's going to play this for Marshall King. 4 tackles to go. He'll scoot from dummy half over the 30. 3 tackles left in this set. Plays it for Tabai Fidel. He goes left to Katoa. Flat ball on his outside to Lemuelu. Strong carry over the 20. Now about 15 metres out. 2 tackles to go. Back towards the middle to Katoa. Goes at the line himself up towards the 10. Last tackle coming up. Takes himself out for the last tackle. So this will be Katoa with his... Nikarima with his hands on the ball. Kicks through. Collected by Tracy in goal. Tackled in goal. Good chase there. Nearly made it over the try line. Good take anyway. Lemuelu was sort of taken out. Not in a penalty kind of way, but he was blocked off. Couldn't really get through the line. But well done, Tracy, to be clean in possession there. Well, this will be a goal line dropout. So what will the Bulldogs choose to do? Short or long? Indeed, Rick, indeed. They will go short on this one. Yeah, I think it will reach the 10. Bostock up in the air, collects it beautifully. Well done, Jack. Good take. So they're about 11 metres out, near the right touchline. Back towards the middle to Tabai Fidel, then to Stone. Carries it up towards the 10. So 4 tackles to go. Marshall King, left to Gilbert. He's 5 metres out in front of the right post. 3 tackles to go. Great chance for the Dolphins here to extend the lead. Katoa, little show and go. Goes at the line. He's 4 metres out left of the sticks. 2 tackles to go. Flat ball to Lemuelu, trying to crash through the line, but he's going to be stopped by 3 Bulldogs defenders. 25 to go. Last tackle for the Dolphins. Marshall King left of the sticks, goes right to Katoa. Chips to just the right of the post. Bostock is there. Sewer takes it beautifully. In goal, is it? Oh, it's a penalty for the Dolphins. Somebody taking out off the ball. Let's have a look. I must have missed something there. Oh yeah, Bostock was tackled. Oh, well, nearly. I don't think it's that bad. Obstructing kick chase. I've seen worse, but the Dolphins will take it for sure. So inside the 10, 5 metres out with Gilbert between the sticks. A little bit less, actually. Or a bit more, I should say. Fresh set of 6 for the Dolphins. Marshall King, right to Katoa. Drops it off to Finifeuaki. If he gets a strong lead run inside the 10, he could break through the line at any moment. 24 minutes to go in this game. Plath with a couple steps, 5 metres out. I wonder if Knowles is going to get back on. So 5 out between the sticks. Marshall King, left to Gilbert. Just left of the post, about 2 metres out. 2 tackles to go as well. Not much happening on this set just yet, but Marshall King goes for himself. Did he get that? He did get it. Marshall King on return. First game of the year. Off the back of an injury that he picked up, I think, in the Pacific Championships last year. Goes at the line himself, and that's just left of the sticks. I think this will be 26-12 in a second for the Dolphins. Couple penalties given away. There was off the back of the successful challenge for the Dolphins, Bulldogs give away a silly 6 again for ruck infringement, and then a few repeat sets for the Dolphins, including forcing a dropout. Sustained pressure from the Dolphins. They're doing it. Dolphins are doing it. It was such a great first quarter from the Bulldogs as well. They did really well for territory. A lot of pressure applied inside the red zone. Inside the first, maybe half an hour, the Dolphins didn't even have to play the ball inside the red zone, for God's sakes. Maybe 5 or 6 inside their half. But nothing in the red zone. Bloody fantastic commentary, Kinetic. Thank you. Can't see the game, but can see it. Oh. The way you're calling the game. Get you a job soon, mate. We'll see. We'll see. Not sure if and when your pal can stop by, but, who knows? Maybe someone from Fox is watching. They're not. They're just not. But you never know. They're not. So, Sarko, 16 points today already to make this 18 now. The kick is good. So, 26-12. I've got the 13 plus covered currently. My exact score is still on. I need a try and a kick from the Dolphins and a try and missed kick from the Bulldogs. And then I've got my exact score. So I could do with Bostock getting that try, actually. So we've got 75 people here. Howdy, folks. If you could click the thumbs up button, helps us to get out there to more people. That'd be very kind of you. So 14-point lead for the Dolphins. This feels very similar to the Storm game last week. It's just early on, struggling for territory, conceding early points, and then bringing it back and taking the lead quite comfortably later on. This feels very similar. So 22 minutes to go in this game. Dolphins just over their own 10 in centre field. It's right to Finifeuaki. Down the right edge up towards the 20. Push back a little bit. Second tackle, Marshall King. Hands it off to Stone. Got himself an assist on his 100th appearance. Very clean on the left-hand side in the first half. Break from Misako earlier on. It was a great try. Left to Plath up towards a 30. And now 35 out. 2 tackles to go. Plays it for Marshall King. Goes right to Katoa with a kick on the 4th tackle, actually, from behind the 40. It's a 40-20 on here. Over the head of Tracy. Distance is okay. Angle's not quite there, but collected on the try line from Tracy. Great chase, and he's tackled 9 out from his own try line. Down the left-hand side of the park, it's Sewer with the next carry. And he's stopped 11 out from his own try line. Great kick indeed. Collected on the try line. Some of the kicks in this game from Katoa have been a little bit lackluster, but that one was solid. Next carry down the left-hand side from Hayward. 25 out from his own try line. Down the left edge. 21 minutes to go. Back towards the middle to Enari Tuala. Then to Galvin. Across to Crichton. Quick hands to Tupanua. Trying to get around Farnworth. Steps back inside. He's near the right touchline. He's about 2 metres away up towards the 40. Last tackle back towards middle to Galvin. Then O'Sullivan under pressure from Stone. Gets the kick away. It's not great. Collected on the 30 from Cobbo. Launched it back towards the middle to Tabai Fidel. Then across to Asako. Across to Bostock. Straightens up. Steps back inside. And again. They're moving these Bulldogs defenders around at the minute. 20 minutes and 30 seconds to go up towards the 40. Through centre field with Selwyn Cobbo up towards the halfway line. 4 tackles to go. On halfway. They'll be inside the red zone possibly. And a 6 again as well for ruck infringement. Farnworth with a carry just shy of the 40. Still in centre field. Marshall King. Left to Kafusi, who finally enters the field for the first time in this game. And folks, we're in the final quarter. Hey, Plath in centre field goes right to Katoa. Out the back, great ball to Bostock. Could have had a 2 versus 1, but it was just slightly behind him. So he had to stutter there. 25 metres out near the right touchline. Back towards the middle to Plath. Marshall King, 15 out. Down the short side right to Katoa. Across to Bostock, 2 versus 1. That's easy. Isako, back inside to Bostock. Gets the try. Was that forwards? He gets the try. I backed him anytime. He finally got one. He was always in and around those tries from Isako. But I thought Isako was going to commit to the try in the corner. He launched it back inside in time. Bostock is there to recover it. Puts the ball down. This will be 30-12 for the Dolphins. Let's take a look at this one again. So short side right. They had a 5-on-4 actually. Simple stuff. Ball across to Bostock. 2-on-1 against Sewer. Great ball back inside. That's definitely not forwards. Bostock grounds it. That's a great try. Down the short sides, I think the Dolphins have done really well. They've got the matchups. Like they've been able to get the numbers. They've spotted that they've got the numbers. And they've been doing this ball that I quite like what they're doing. Is you know with a block shape, you've got the lead runner on your outside and then you've got the ball out the back. Normally the way they're setting up is they've got the lead runner just on the outside for a flat ball. They've got Tabai Fidel out the back. And then they've sort of got Bostock and Isako as the next 2. Sort of in a straight line with those 3 out the back. But what they keep doing is they're missing out Tabai Fidel. They're locking in that 3 in defender and sometimes the 2 in defender as well. And they don't go to Tabai Fidel at the back. They go to Bostock. They skip that man. They get a 2-on-1. They've done that a fair few times in this game already. But they keep doing that and they're not spotting it. Now, nobody really jammed in this time around. But they went straight to Bostock for a 2-on-1. The 2 and 3 in defender, they were just locked in place. Preston was locked into the lead runner. Cherry was pretty much locked into him too and had his eyes sort of on the guys out the back. But that was a simple 2-on-1. They keep doing that, but it looks really good. And they keep making it work, especially down the short side. In limited space, they look really clean. And the conversion just swings enough. Oh my God, he's just got that in time. Swinging just enough. 32-12. So this is what I predicted for the Dolphins. I just need 4 from the Bulldogs. But we've got 18 minutes to go. Yeah, that was beautiful. There's been a lot of swingers there. A lot of swingers from Isako. First one, he hooked it a bit too much, but he's certainly worked on it. Well, not worked on it, you know what I mean. He's improved on it. And we are back underway. So 32-12 for the Dolphins. 18 minutes to go. Collected 5 out from Isako. Hands it off to Kafusi for the first carry. Fancy as a legend. Can't wait to see him in the English team for the World Cup. Such a good centre. Farnsey, that's one, not Fancy. Farnsey. He can beat most wingers for speed. He certainly can. He'll be one of our most important options. Knowles, I think, at 13 will, off the back of this year, is going to get a huge wealth of experience. So he's going to be huge. Unless it's Smithies that starts at 13. We've got... It would either be Minchella or Curry as the English locks in Super League, or most likely Knowles or Smithies. Or Radley, actually. I completely forgot about Radley. Lemuelu's down at the minute. Clock's been stopped on the 4th tackle. He's not in a good way right now. Potential crusher. Was that head-on-head with Galvin? Like, accidentally. Or is that just a crusher from Galvin afterwards? So we're back underway on the fourth tackle. Plath with a carry. Still not had Knowles back on yet. Not sure how he's doing. Unless he picked up an injury, I don't know. 17 minutes to go. Last tackle. Kick from the 40 from Isaiah Katoa. This will come down on the 10 for Stewart. Takes it cleanly. Has to step back a couple times as well, but takes it back over the 10. So about 12 out from his own try line. 16 minutes 45 to go in this game. Cherry with the next carry. 15 out from the try line. In centre field. Second tackle. Just shy of the 20 now with Galvin. He goes right to Tuala. Takes the next carry through centre field. 16 and a half to go. 3 tackles left in this set. Bulldogs did really well for territory early on. So let's see if they can start swinging momentum again. I don't think they're going to find 20 points. I just need to hope they don't find at least 14 points on the Dolphins. So I've got -6. And if they win by 6, then that class is a draw. So I need the Dolphins to maintain this kind of gap here. It's right to Galvin on the last. Kicks from halfway. A lot of height on this one. This will come down 15 out for Cobbo. Takes it cleanly. Couple steps and a shimmy. And he's going to be stopped on the 20 with 16 minutes to go. Cody Nikarima down the left-hand side. Hands it off to Tabai Fidel. Straightens up with a carry. 25 metres out from his own try line. Second tackle coming up. Cody Nikarima. Good to see him back in the side as well as Marshall King. Bostock. Pumping his legs. That's an easy carry up towards the 40. They've just allowed him to just walk up the field. Stone's finally getting a break. Well played, sir. He's put in a lot of work this game. On his 100th NRL appearance. 15 and a half minutes to go. 2 tackles left. And I think that's Knowles back on the field, actually. It is. For the final 15 minutes. Down the short side right to Katoa. 45 metres out. Kicks towards the back right. This will be collected on the 10 from Tracy. But it's a penalty for the Dolphins. Was Katoa taken out late? He was just pushed onto the ground, apparently. No genuine tackle attempt made. Let's have a look. So Katoa... Yeah, Sullivan just pushes him to ground. No actual attempt at a tackle. Fair enough. There's just less than 15 to go. They gift territory away to the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins will be winning this one by more. I can't really see the Bulldogs scoring another try, that's the thing. But the Dolphins, I can see maybe 2 or 3 more tries, honestly. Marshall King back towards the middle to Tabai Fidel. Still down the right-hand side, but back towards the middle with Kafusi. In centre field, slammed into ground on the 10. 14 and a half to go. Marshall King. Right to Knowles. I'd like to see Knowles get a try. Or Finifayuaki with a barrelling run through the line. Right the sticks with Marshall King. 5 metres out. Kafusi between the posts. He's 2 metres out. Plays it for Marshall King. Left to Katoa. Pops the ball up to Nikarima. Oh, that was beautiful. Beautiful from Isaiah Katoa. Gorgeous. 14 minutes to go. This will be 38-12. Quick play the ball from Kafusi. Marshall King. Short ball left to Katoa. Looks like he's going to go for a ball out the back. Just Nikarima with a sweeping run just behind. Let's have a look at this. Fakes the flat ball to Lemuelu. Locks in the defender. Just pops that ball up just with Nikarima sweeping just behind him. Oh, that's gorgeous. That is gorgeous. Simple, but effective. This will be 38-12. And for those that couldn't see the game early on, the Dolphins were getting bullied to start. Like, the Bulldogs just killed them for territory. But eventually the Bulldogs started making mistakes. I thought this was going to be a real struggle, but the Dolphins, especially in this second half, have just been killing it. Locked in Galvin. Beautiful. Katoa, he's always doing like little creative things here and there. Gorgeous stuff. So that's Marshall King and Nikarima with tries after coming back in from injuries. I've got Bostock any time. Isako, who's done brilliantly today, gets a hat-trick. Well deserved. Katoa's had a solid game, too. Stone, on his 100th career appearance, gets a try assist. So, I think the only other ones that I'd want to see get some tries is Knowles, just, as the English player. And I think I'd just love to see Finifayuaki just bust through the line. Just, launch himself through. So, in front of the sticks, the kick from Isako is good. It is 38-12 for the Dolphins. 12 and a half minutes to go. They can definitely hit 40 here. Oh, beautifully done. Beautifully done. Let's get a trumpet, shall we? Hey. 12.5 to go. 26-point lead. So that definitely covers my 13 plus for the Dolphins and my margin for the bet. So hopefully that keeps going. 12.5 to go. Short kickoff from the Bulldogs. It's out on the full. Oh dear. So what have I got left in the bet? So I've got the Roosters minus 18. That's tricky, but I think they should get it. I've got the Cowboys minus 10. Knights minus 10. Seagulls minus 2. Which is going to be a tough one. But I've got St. Helens plus 4 against Wigan. Mainly because I backed Saints to win the game anyway. That's going to be a tricky one. So we'll see. Some tough ones there. Nearly had it last week. Just needed the Rabbitohs to win by at least 3 points. But they didn't. So I lost a tenner. Could have won 520 quid. We'll see this week. It's about the same bet. Marshall King left to Nicarima. Switches back to Farnworth. Takes a carry over halfway. 11 minutes 45 to go. 3 tackles left in this game. Quick play the ball for Marshall King. Right to Plath. Out the back to Katoa. Switches back to Bostock. Up towards the 40. 2 tackles to go. 11.5 minutes left in this game. Back towards middle to Plath. Straightens up with a carry. And he takes it over the 30. Shifting it right to Katoa. He'll chip towards the back right. Sewer underneath it, goes up, knocks on, collected by Bostock, but it's going to be a penalty for the Bulldogs. Has somebody taken out off the ball there? Bostock gave away the penalty, I think. Penalty for pushing. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what Bostock's complaining about. He literally did push him in the back. I don't know why he's shaking his head. Unless he's disappointed at himself, I don't know. But just less than 11 to go. It's with O'Sullivan, now with Thompson. And he's going to be stopped just shy of the 30. Second half completions. Jesus Christ. 16 out of 17 for the Dolphins. I think that said 5 out of 6 for the Bulldogs. Just missed that one. Tackles in the opponent's half. 2 for the Bulldogs. 44 for the Dolphins. Jesus. Left to Cherry. Stopped on his own 40. Back towards the middle to Salmon. Then to O'Sullivan. Flat ball to Hughes. Up towards the halfway line. 2 tackles to go. Plath will be a shoo-in for Queensland 30 this year. He's an apple that fell from the tree. His dad was a legend too. Do you think he'll make the 30? I think there's a chance. But I'm not that confident about it. I mean, I wouldn't be mad about it if he made it. Well, I'm not too sure. So Galvin. Left to Sherry. Kicks it through. Collected by Tabby for down near the touchline. He's 5 metres out. Inches away from the right touchline. Plays it for Bostock. 9 minutes 45 to go. Isako with the next carry up towards a 10. Cobbo with a carry up towards a 20. Bostock with the next carry up towards a 30. Lands on his front. Wants a quick play of the ball. Could have been a 6 again for ruck infringement there. But Farnworth with a strong run, just shy of halfway. 9 minutes 15 to go. Last tackle for the Dolphins. Right to Katoa. Kicks him just behind the halfway line. Down the right edge of the park. Underneath this one is Sewer. Collects it cleanly on his own 10. Launched it across to Tracy. Then to Inari Tuala. Bit of room on the right hand side here. Chance for a break over the 20. Now the 30. Up towards the 40. Good meters. Just less than 9 to go. Plays a ball for Crichton. Now with Tracy up towards halfway. Across to Galvin. Under pressure there, but carries it a few more metres over halfway. Inside Dolphins half. This week, watch vid with Billy Slater. He said he was just saying Plath, Plath, Plath. Will Ceasar. Alright, fair enough. Fair dues. So I'm not too sure who's eligible now. I know Farnworth was going to put his name in. So I'm not sure who's classed as eligible. It is with Galvin. Right to Tracy. Early ball to Crichton. That's exactly what I was talking about before with the early ball. That's exactly what I was talking about. Tracy. Now with Galvin. Corrin is on the field. Up towards the 20. Now 15 out. Just over 10. Make it 11 metres. Just over 8 minutes to go. Last tackle for the Bulldogs. It is left to O'Sullivan. Flat ball to Hughes. Just held up. Great defence there from Tabai Fidal. I think the ball was forwards to begin with, but that is great defence there. They are going to check this one. No try given on field. I think he's held up. Great defence. Really good stuff there on the goal line. Because the Dolphins could easily switch off at this point. They've got a 26-point lead. There's 8 minutes to go. They could easily switch off and just let them walk in. Not put in the effort or anything. But that's good stuff. Good attitude to keep going. And to keep him up there. Good defence. So it's going to be no try and a turnover. Okay, so Dolphins will play the ball on their own 10. It'll be Cobbo with the first carry. 7 minutes and 50 seconds to go in this game. Want to join your picking leagues? It's not too late to do so. No, you can do it at any time, really. So you can join now. You just pick minimum 4 winners each week. You can pick all 8 if you want. But minimum 4, and I'll do 2 different leagues. So the points one's going to be tougher, because you need to pick the right winners to get up the ladder. And that's easier if you get in earlier. But the profit one, if you just pick a couple of the right winners, you could get like major profit and be top 10 in the profit ladder. So it depends which way you want to do it, really. So you just pick your winners. You don't have to pick all of them. But you could strategically pick which ones you think would make you the most profit based on your picks that could put you in the top 10 for the profit ladder. So Sewer with a return. 7 minutes to go, up towards a 30. Next carry on the left-hand side from Preston. Nearly finds a break there over the 40. Just shy of halfway. 6 minutes 50 to go near the left touchline. O'Sullivan. Now with Thompson. Inside Dolphins territory. 6 minutes 45 to go. Just shy of the Dolphins 40. Plays it for Salmon. Now with Current. Shifting it right to Galvin. Fakes the ball out the back and just carries the ball himself. And if anyone else wants to join that Predictions League, there's a link in the description. 6.5 minutes to go. 2 tackles left for the Bulldogs. O'Sullivan straightens up with a carry. Could have maybe got an offload for Salmon. But plays it for him. 25 out. Last tackle. Short side right to Galvin. Back inside to Tracy. Smashed into by Lemuelu. Good defence. Well read there from Conley Lemuelu. And that's going to be a Dolphins penalty. Not sure what for. Was he mouthing off or... Not sure why. Yeah, I'm not actually sure why that's a penalty for the Dolphins. Oh, he threw the ball away. Right, okay. Fair enough. 5 minutes 45 to go. Lemuelu looks knackered, but keep going, lad. He's had a solid game today. Some good carries. Next carry from him, just shy of halfway. 5.5 minutes to go. It's with Flegler over the halfway line. I had my complaints about him early on in this game. 5 minutes 20 to go. Left-hand side now with Nicarima. Switches back to Farnworth. And he's going to get pushed back a couple metres. 3 tackles to go. It's now with Knowles in centre field. Hands it off to Kafusi. Not a great ball there. Bit of a hospital pass, really. Not much you can do with it. 5 minutes to go. 2 tackles left. Left to Katoa. Then out the back to Nicarima. Farnworth with a tip on to Selwyn Cobbo. Collects it on the 40. He's under pressure, though. And he'll be stopped on the 40 near the left touchline. 4 minutes 50 left. Last tackle as well for the Dolphins. Nicarima with Katoa on the last. 45 metres out. Chips it towards the back left. Nearly stolen from Tabai Fidal. Nearly. That's a knock-on from the Dolphins, though. It's going to be Bulldogs ball. 4.5 to go. Sounds awesome, Rob. We'll be joining your picking league over the next couple of days. Cheers, mate. Sounds good. Sounds good. If you leave it too late so that there's only 3 games left, then you won't be able to get in for this week. For at least the minimum 4 games. Unless you wanted to wait for a brand new thing next week. The Dolphins challenge this one. I'm not really sure why, unless they just want a quick rest. I think there's always an element to that. I think when teams go for a challenge late on when they don't need to and, like, they know they've pretty much got it wrong, I think they'll just challenge just for a break for an extra few seconds. Maybe up to a minute, depending on how tricky the call is. But 4 minutes 20 to go. Bulldogs in possession. It's now with Hughes, shifting it left to O'Sullivan, then to Preston. Takes it just over the 20. Second tackle, Salmon. In centre field now with Josh Curran. Up towards the 30. 3 tackles to go, 4 minutes left in this game. Plays it for Salmon again. He goes left to O'Sullivan. Ball at the back to Galvin. 3-on-1 here, basically. Galvin up towards the halfway line. They couldn't quite get the ball away. Isako slowing down the ruck. 2 tackles to go. Back towards the middle to O'Sullivan. Then to Curran. Flat ball across to Thompson. Bumps off 1. Then 2. And Farnworth brings him down. Right of centre field, just shy of halfway. Back towards the middle to O'Sullivan on the last with a Burton bomb. And it's collected 15 out from Tabai Fidel. Let's see if we can get a nice try here for Rick before we're done. 3 minutes 20 to go. Dolphins in possession with Bostock. 3 minutes 15 left. 4 tackles to go. He's slow getting up here. Plays it for Katoa. Now with Isako. With the carry up towards a 40. 3 tackles left. Marshall King. Now with Finafeuaki. Up towards the halfway line. 3 minutes to go. 2 tackles to go as well for the Dolphins. Down the right edge with Marshall King. Back towards Milton Knowles. Out the back to Katoa. Then to Nikarima down the left-hand side. Ball across to Cobo. Trying to get around Tawala. He does. Then past Tracy. That's another missed tackle from Connor Tracy. That's a great try from Cobo. Selwyn Cobo has absolutely destroyed that left edge. Jesus. There's been a couple times Tracy's been cutting across. I think at least twice on Isako. Once then on Cobo. And he's not been able to get a hold of him. That's a great try. Beautiful ball across from Nikarima as well. The cutout pass. Missing Farnworth. Bumps off Tracy. Crichton can't get to him. This is going to be 42-12. And again, to think the first quarter of this game, the Bulldogs were doing so well for territory. They were up 8-0. They were up 12-4 at one point as well. But in this final 50 minutes of the game, the Dolphins have just been dominant. And more than a couple mistakes from the Bulldogs have just gifted a lot away to the Dolphins. Ready for state of Queensland? So the comeback's not on there? I don't think so, mate. I don't think the comeback's on. Would I pick Cobo for... I'd pick Cobo for the 30. I think he'd be good for versatility, because obviously he can play wing, centre and fullback at a push. I don't know if I'd start him on the wing. I mean, there's no Coates, so obviously that makes it easier. I know Moritalangi would be an option too. Cobo's a possibility for sure. But what they might do is, you've already got Ponga and Walsh as potential fullbacks. Tabai Fidel either at centre or the wing. And with Farnworth as an option for centre, it could be Tabai Fidel on the wing instead. The kick from Isako is just good. Jesus, 44-12. There's a chance to hit 50. There's not much time. But they do like moving the ball around. I think they'll have a go here with 1 minute 18 seconds left. I think if I'm picking the backs for Queensland right now, it's... I'm not sure. It's a short kick-off from the Bulldogs. Let's have a look real quick. Knock on from Bostock. Bulldogs have the ball 45 metres out. I'm not sure between Walsh and Ponga. I'm struggling with that. The right wing... I'm failing to recall who normally plays on the right wing. Stripped from Katoa. It's going to be a penalty, though. 55 seconds to go. But I'd have Toya right centre, Farnworth left centre, Tabai Fidel left wing, Trindle at 6. I think Trindle's for Queensland. I think Dearden at 7. I think that's what I go with. Oh, okay. I just completely missed that. Finifayuaki.
It's going to be a yellow card. I can't speak. You ballless get Campbell. You dickhead.
As I was yapping, I missed that. Didn't even see what happened. But that's a sin bin for Finifayuaki. With 25 seconds to go. I knew the Dolphins would win, but not by this much. This has surprised me as well. Left to Galvin, 15 seconds ago, is now with Crichton. Great ball across the sewer in the corner. Good recovery from Bostock. 8 seconds to go. Can the Bulldogs find something out the back to Crichton? Kicks through. Good chase there from Tupanua. Cobbo kicks it over the dead ball line. And that'll be full time. Well done, Dolphins. Really, really well done. It's because the abbreviation is CBY. I just had Cowboys in my head. Well, there you go. Full time. 44 points to 12 for the Dolphins. So, early on in this game, the Bulldogs dominated for territory. They had nearly 30 play the balls inside the Dolphins' half. The Dolphins had 5 or 6 in the first quarter at least, the first half an hour. They took an 8-0 lead. The kicks towards the corners were great. The kicks from Katoa weren't that good, unfortunately. But the Bulldogs, they won the field position battle very early on, but just looked, as somebody said in the chat before, pedestrian and clunky in attack, which they were. But they found a couple of easy breaks here and there, but they applied a lot of pressure, couldn't really find that many points, but eventually took a 14-4 lead. The Dolphins came back into it with the Bulldogs just giving away penalties, not being clean enough in possession and making mistakes. Some great long-range tries, great tries overall throughout this game from the Dolphins. But in the second half especially, the Dolphins switched it on, much better through the middle, moved the ball around really cleanly, executed beautifully. Some of the balls at the back from Katoa, some from Nikarima. The individual efforts from Asako were quality. A lot of individuals really just stepped up in the second half. I think when Plath shifted to 13, with Marshall King coming on at 9, they just kept that speed in the ruck. There was a lot of strong carries from Plath through centre field. I think a lot of individuals just massively stepped up in the second half. And overall, the Dolphins much cleaner in possession. A lot of mistakes from the Bulldogs in the second half as well. A lot of 6 against 2. But yeah, the Dolphins really switched it on after, I'd say, the first 25, 30 minutes of this game. It was looking like the Bulldogs could have been fine, but yeah, Dolphins switched it on. So fair play to them. Another great call, Kinetic. If you folks can leave a like, cheers to all. Indeed. Thank you very much, sir. Very kind of you. So, I'm going to call it there. I'm going to make the stream highlights video when the NRL post the highlights for this game. And that'll be on TikTok very soon. But, as always, thank you very much for stopping by. I'll just go through the stream schedule for this week real quick, just so you guys know what I'm doing. So, tomorrow morning, I'm doing Cowboys vs Eels. That's at 10:45 AM UK, 7:45 PM Australia. And then on Saturday the 9th, I'm doing Sea Eagles vs Broncos. That's at 10:20 AM UK, 7:20 PM Australia. And then I'm doing St Helens versus Wigan. That's going to be 2:15 PM in the UK. Well, that's when it starts. And then Sunday is my team, Warrington Wolves, against Hull Kingston Rovers. That's Challenge Cup semi-final, so Saints vs Wigan. So Challenge Cup semi-final, 3:45 PM, Sunday the 10th. I did actually back Warrington. Well, I didn't back Warrington. I predicted Warrington to lose. I think Warrington can win, but in my predictions video, I went with Hull KR to win. But yeah, so Cowboys, Eels tomorrow morning, Seagulls, Broncos on Saturday, followed by Saints vs Wigan, and then Sunday is Warrington, Hull KR. And that's it for the weekend. So, as always, thank you very much for stopping by. It is greatly appreciated. If you want to become a member, there's a QR code on the screen. I need to make some content for the Patreon as well. I've not done that yet, but I will do at some point. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. What am I at for subs at the moment? 16,556. Look at that. Thank you very much for that, folks. And yeah, follow me on all social medias. Links in the description. Join the NRL Predictions League as well. Link in the description too. Just sign up, pick your winners each week. Thanks for stopping by. If I don't see you, have a great rest of your weekend. Toodle pip.